Hello from the wilds of Alaska. I'm Patrick Hughes and this is Planet Patrick.
Hello and welcome back to my big Alaskan cruise with Royal Caribbean. I'm Patrick. This week I'm taking you with me as I explore 4 Alaskan ports with 5 bears and 1 huge eagle. Let's get started.
I got a few little flakes in there. Look at that.
So the ship is fully alongside the quay. It's time to disembark and have a look at Sitka. Now, we're not actually in Sitka. I think we might be about 7 miles outside of Sitka town at Sitka Port Terminal, but there's a free bus that runs into town. So everyone's disembarking together, but no major lines. It is raining though.
Thank everybody for coming to Sitka. All of the windows are emergency exit. My name is Abel. We are coming to the downtown area here.
Hello. Hello. Well, I've got a tour booked for a little bit later, but that means I've got about an hour and a half to kill. There's 2 things I want to see. First of all, Sitka was originally part of Russia, but that means that there's a Russian Orthodox cathedral in the center of it. What a fascinating spot that you're finding in Alaska, but of course Alaska was Russian, and that's part of this story. Some of the First Nations peoples, the Tlingit people, were people who were evangelized by Russian Orthodox missionaries. This was one of their signature churches.
Nice place to live. Don't want to move here. So Alaska has it's the largest state of all the states in the United States, and we have the lowest population. So what we're going to do.
Welcome to Fortress of the Bear in Sitka, Alaska. Let's have a look around. So we're here in this wildlife center to witness bears. These are orphaned bears, and normally what happens in Alaska is that baby bears are, unfortunately, this is the only facility of its kind in the entirety of this state of Alaska. On one side, there's 3 bears. You're going to see those in a second. And on the other side, there's 2 bears.
When you're tired and worn, and you feel like you can't go on, I'll be there to put one foot in front of the other. When you've lost your way.
Well, that is fascinating, you have to admit. They sell lots of bear-related. I don't use the word tat. It's probably much better than that.
And so what we do in last month is you can cut off a big bough of this, that big as you want, and stick it out on some rocks right here out in the ocean, and all the herring that come in will spawn all over it. And those are all the herring eggs that are on there.
Wow.
You don't stink. And that grows only a 16th of logs. That little cup you see on top, the logs would lay.
This part of the tour feels slightly like Jurassic Park. Damp. So after going through the forest, the intention was for us to come to this building where a film is shown about Sitka, as far as I know, but sadly it's all locked up and nobody's at home. So I think that probably wraps up our little tour of Sitka. And I don't mind so much as it's a bit cold. Well, we're right back at the ship. Right at the end of the tour, we had kind of half an hour to play with because some of the places that they were trying to bring us were in fact shut.
And the driver asked if we wanted to go anywhere in particular, and I did. I wanted to look again at where the agreement had been signed between Russia and America to buy Alaska. And the driver said, no, I'm not interested in that. And so we didn't go. Apart from that, it was a reasonably good tour, but I think put on at the wrong time of day. It was on at from 4 to 6, and the boat is heading out at 6:30, so the light was starting to fade. Most things that we went to were shut or about to shut. If you can, when you're booking one of the shore excursions, book one that happens soon after you get into port. Welcome to Juneau, Alaska's capital city. Hello, it's day 4 of this Alaskan cruise, and we've just arrived in Juneau, Alaska. It's crisply cold at the beginning of May, but I was prepared for that. I have a range of hats in my bag. I know lots of people are motivated by visiting sunny, super hot tropical destinations, and I've been lucky enough to try out a number of those in the past, and I enjoyed them too. But I think there's nothing quite so fulfilling as a crisp, cold, clear morning visiting somewhere new and interesting. And for that reason, Alaska really works for me. A tiny bit about today's excursion. It has 2 parts. The first is gold panning. I know, but I like those shows on the Discovery Channel or whatever. And the second part is a Gold Creek salmon bake. So that's lunch sorted.
Far in down there, on the other side of that mountain, mine will start coming in. If anything gold is on the top, you don't want it running out, you want to work it to the bottom.
Am I going too quickly or is that...
Oh, no, you're good, you're good. Now, what you want to do now?
I got a few little flakes in there. Look at that. I'm trying to remember what happened in this bit. Congratulations. I think I managed to get dirt in here and...
Oh, I definitely did.
Huh?
I have dirt and gold in here.
Okay, what you want to do is you want to get the dirt out. There's a piece right there.
Well, that was a lot of fun. And you go away with a little vial with the gold that you found. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this. It's about 5 or 6 flakes. You know what? It's a fun thing to take away with you. Next up at 10:20 a.m. is a salmon bake. In other words, lunch. That was a lot of fun to see the little waterfall and enjoy the gold panning. And that's taken up probably the first hour of the trip. There's another hour which is dedicated to eating salmon and all of its sides. And yes, they do start serving the salmon bake as a lunch from 10:45, another 15 minutes. Happily, in the interim, there's coffee. Hi, do I come to you for salmon?
Yeah. Would you like some glaze on it?
No, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Good.
I will. So what's the wild salmon bake like? Smoky. Well, that might take a nice walk in the afternoon. So keep on pushing.
Oh yeah. Let's start at the...
Oh, God, move.
The closer we get to the kayaks, the more I realize, why did I sign up for this?
Our feet inside, pick up our bodies, lift up and over our seat, pull back. We're going to twist our body. Y'all can use all arms if y'all want to, but it makes it a little easier if you twist a little bit.
Oh, that is sort of slightly working. Okay, maybe not. It's warm work. I'm talking out of camera, like a wild Irish guy. That is Jules, Queen of Western Australia, who's in charge of all directions. It's the start of a horror movie.
Well, that was an hour and a half of rowing, which is a good workout.
Would you recommend it?
Would I recommend it for about $50 less? Then yeah, sure.
I paid 180 for this.
Seriously?
How much did you pay?
140.
I paid 180. That was so fucking expensive for that.
Yeah, it was.
Mind my language.
These Western Australians.
Australians and
Raven, this is humpback breaching.
Well, that's the end of that particular tour, which was kayaking. Supposedly, it was going to be at the Mendenhall Glacier, but it wasn't all that close to the glacier. But it was nice to kayak. That's about it from Juneau, Alaska.
And you feel like you can't go on. I'll be there to put one foot in front of the other.
It is day 5 and the first of 2 stops, Skagway, Alaska. Skagway is probably quite a small town. The population is roughly 1,500 at any given time of the year. It's become known for maintaining some of the original architecture that it started out with. As a mining town, the majority of the buildings that survive appear to come from the early 1900s. But that doesn't mean that they're not full of charm. And I think it's probably quite good to have retained some of that originality. It gives the town a reason for cruise ships to stop here. And that does bring something into the economy. The thing that I'm trying to find is the public library, and the reason for that is that Wi-Fi is so expensive on board the ship. I do have a bit of a thing for libraries, and if you've been watching this channel for a while, you'll know that sometimes I end up in one. I love these facilities. Let's keep the libraries open if we can. Okay, Skagway. I'm heading back to the cruise ship. Such a beautifully sunny evening. And so this is the second stop of day 5, Haines, Alaska. Quite a different layout to everywhere else that we've been. This looks like a little hillside town. It's nice. Let's have a look at what there is to see in Haines. In all of these ports there are shore excursions that you can pay for. And I didn't for here because we're only here for a couple of hours, but it's still always worth a bit of a walk around. As far as I can tell, very few people have gone on a formal excursion here. I think there's a local shuttle bus that takes people around the 4 or 5 main sites that they might want to see. The majority of everybody else are out for an evening constitutional, walking from the boat along the shorefront about half a mile or a touch more into an older part of town where there's lots of shops. This turned out to be the hip-hop happening spot where people were coming to take photographs and videos. And it's because the view is just sensational. Everyone seems to be walking up this hill, so I'm going to be sheepish and do the same thing. That Hammer Museum looked like a lot of fun. The only other place that was open was IGA, the supermarket, where I picked up a nice big bottle of water. I'm going to head back to the cruise ship. It's getting close to evening time, a nice book, and then bed.
I hope you enjoyed this Alaska cruise video. Patreon members, there's a bonus video waiting for you this week about Vancouver Port. Thanks again for your support. And thanks to everybody for watching the video this far. Next time, we're in a completely different part of the world and on a different cruise line. Don't forget to subscribe and join me for next week's video.
Well, wasn't that a lot of fun?